I am encouraged after episode 7 of Star Wars Skeleton Crew. We got a lot done, so we're not like leaving every single possible plot point for the very end. Nearly every single Star Wars live action show, though, can't help but squeeze in some fan service cameo in the very last episode. The one exception actually is Book of Boba Fett, which I know introduced all kinds of other characters, but at least they were all integrated into the story that show was telling and not like some cameo pasted at the end. So I thought I'd just go over what they'd done in the past, what I thought worked, and maybe ones that were less my favorite. One of the best ones was Mandalorian Season 1, unsurprisingly. It's just the darksaber showing up at the very end. It's just a lightsaber. It's not like Chewbacca or something weird showing up out of nowhere for no reason. It also was a big plot point in Mandalorian Season 2, so it advanced that. That one worked for me. That one was outstanding. Mandalorian Season 2, obviously Luke Skywalker. At the time I liked this. It was a big, strong conclusion to the Grogu story. It has not aged well because it ended up meaning nothing. The Luke Grogu pair immediately got undone in Book of Boba Fett, and so this ended up just being fan service. At the time it was awesome. Now in retrospect, I'm like, oh, why? Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn showing up at the very end. I don't mind this one. While this one absolutely had nothing to do with the story we're telling, it ultimately was kind of harmless. It didn't pretend to be something it wasn't. Obi-Wan's going back to Tatooine anyway, so why not have a friend? Like, I'm okay with this one. This one I liked. Andor Season 1, a great show with also a pretty great cameo at the end. And like Mando, it's not a person, it's a thing. It's showing that what the prisoners in Narkina 5 was making was elements for the Death Star. I thought the Narkina 5 prisoner scenes were strong enough without this reveal. I didn't need another reminder in this show of how evil the Empire was. The show was so outstanding, it didn't need that little flourish at the end, but ultimately, it was fine. Mandalorian Season 3, also not a bad one. I think I would say it's just Zeb at the end is the big kind of high there. Also, obviously, Captain Pellaeon. We're all leading to Ahsoka. I get it. But it doesn't contribute to the story, but it doesn't try to. He's just in the background. It's just fine. That's what I'm hoping Skeleton Crew is. If you're going to throw something in there at the end, just make it kind of be in the background and be like, oh yeah, but have it not really be that big a deal. This one is one of my least favorites. I think maybe because I thought the whole Hera subplot, that storyline was so weak for me, then to throw in 3PO like I'm supposed to be like, oh my gosh, a 3PO. It just didn't work for me personally. Also, I saw this one come in the back of the head in Acolyte. It just wasn't necessary. Like, why? If we were going to spend any extra time in the final episode, could we maybe spend more time on the main characters and what they're doing? Skeleton Crew is so strong. I don't think it needs a little wink or gimmick at the end. And I really hope the creators show some restraint and not put that in. The pacing so far has been one of the best. I'm really excited going to the final episode. And I'm really hoping this will be the first one since Andor to totally stick the landing on a great story.